Good evening and salutations, my B&B fans. This review is going to be a little bit different because it's going to be mostly off the cuff. I did not take any notes. Um, I wasn't going to do a review, but I watched the episode and I want to talk a little bit about it, or at least the stuff I remember. To see, this is the exact reason why I take notes. Hope. I don't know what to say about this character. I really don't know what to say about this character. She's once again whining about Douglas. And Liam is like, hey, kind of reminding her that we do have another child. Just want to throw that out there. Beth. Remember Beth? Yeah, we have her too. So how about we, spend some time with her and just kind of hang out, and eventually Douglas will get bored of his quote unquote extended vacation and come back. Hope did not bring up the fact that she is considering working with Thomas, which I don't even understand what is to consider. Your line isn't working. I don't know how her line did back then. I read a comment from someone saying that the line was fine, and then there was a really talented artist, and out of nowhere now he can't do it. I don't know. My whole thing is that at the end of the day, she needs Thomas. Point blank, period. Okay? Zende is not making the cut. Eric is not making the cut. The numbers is dipping. The reviews are getting bad. I don't even understand why we're still talking about this. I don't even understand why Thomas is going through all these hoops to fix a broken system. But here we are. We're doing it. And again, Hope didn't say anything to Liam about Thomas working back at Forrester, like Liam signs anyone's checks or works there or anything like that. So I don't even really understand why it's just so much of a huge factor. What, Liam's gonna sit there and say, no, Thomas is not allowed to work with you. Okay, honey. Are we back in the 1950s? I understand that his feelings have to be considered, but at the end of the day, this is business. Point blank, period. This is business. This isn't personal. This is business. If he doesn't get that, I don't really understand what we're doing. Liam talks about Sheila, the Sheila thing, and how pretty much Bill is like, yo, listen, I'm not the person to be trifled with. I'm not the person to be crossed. You will find out. Now, of course, you got Deacon and Sheila, sweating bullets, um, worrying about what worrying about what Bill is going to do. Bill is crazy. Bill is dangerous. I'm pretty sure Sheila was also dangerous back in the day. I'm just saying. But, this is really so much about that. It's about sending her back to jail. Or killing both of them. Which I'm just like, apparently, knocking boots with the nine-toed demon is worth it. So, okay. Now, she does get a text from Bill Smith saying, where is she? Bill, of course, is just brooding like Bruce Wayne in his giant mansion. And when Sheila gets home, Sheila is like, hey, do you want me to make you a drink? Does his arms and legs not work? Why is he not fixing his own drink or having a maid to do that since he's rich? Are you the new maid? No? Then what are you doing? Anyway, she pours him a drink, and pretty much Bill threatens her. He doesn't threaten her outright. He's just like, I was having a conversation with Liam, and pretty much no one double crosses me and gets away with it, or something that he said, some threat, I can't even sit there and say veiled threat because there's nothing veiled about it. It's just a threat. But he pretty much made it known to Sheila that if you screw me over, it ain't gonna end well. Meanwhile, Thomas is sitting there apologizing to Brooke. Taylor is being extremely extra and just so annoying throughout this whole scene. Talking about, oh, well, I understand that Thomas did this and your marriage ended, but you got a friend. Okay. So, Thomas comes in, he apologizes, he realized what he did is. What's that about? He realized what he did was wrong. I guess it's the Wi-Fi thing or whatever, but he realized what he did was wrong. And he goes to the whole scenario about how he broke them up with the CPS calling, and says he wants to do better, not just for himself and everyone, but also his son. And of course, Brooke is like, hey, listen, we've been through this road 1,000 times. What's going to be different? Are you going to be sitting there obsessed with my daughter? Because this is where the whole issues, this is where the whole problems start in from. The whole Hope doll and mannequin and everything like that. Like, we can't go back to those days. And of course, Taylor interjects whenever she feels the need to be like, hey, we all make mistakes. And, it doesn't make us bad people. We can't be punished forever and yada, 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 yada. You do realize, Taylor, that he has a Hope mannequin. And you try to treat your son. Why are we taking this woman seriously at this point? But this is pretty much where it ends off. And she said that, listen, they can move past it or whatever, but it comes down to Hope forgiving them. And I'm like, it comes down to Hope deciding if she wants to have a job or if she does not want to have a job. If she wants her line to fail or if she wants her line to continue to go. Because right now it's in transition. It's pause and stuff like that. And of course, Brooke is like, oh, well, I don't understand, I mean, the numbers are going to kind of dip a little bit. And I'm like, it's not dipping a little bit, it's dipping a lot. It's like, come on, boo. You got a brain. You understand how this stuff works? Even Liam is like, well, it's going in transition. It's like, let's stop babying the situation because this is probably why we got in the situation in the first place, because everyone was like, no, it's fine. Numbers going to dip a little bit. Yo, the numbers is dipping to the floor. It's going beneath the floor at this point. You need to do something. So, yeah, I don't understand this whole what are we doing? Of course, they're going to sit there and drag this out. And once again, Thomas is going to be on his hands and knees being like, oh, can I help you? Make you look good again. Can you please let me draw for you so this way I can fix your line? Since apparently no one else can do what I can do. Because this is where we are now for some odd reason. Because this is what makes sense. It's going to be interesting when Ridge actually comes back. I wonder if it's going to be the same actor. I don't know. I didn't know who the previous actor was. Also, here's something else. I don't know what the situation was like fully back in the day as far as Thomas and him being super obsessed with Hope, and I know it was bad. I gotta sit there and get into the history of it. My whole thing is like, we're talking about how it is now. We are talking about how it is now. Right now, your line is in dire need of fixing. And she's just like, whoa, I don't know if I can sit there and trust him again, and I don't know if I can. And also, just to be honest, it's like, lady, just pick a lane. Okay, either you're going to sit there and have this man work on your line, or you're going to sit there and say no and let your line be paused. But just pick a lane. I think that's my issue with Hope, is that Hope will sit there and whine and whine and whine and whine and whine and whine about Douglas, and whine about her line, and whine about Thomas. And it's just like, woman, you are exhausting. You're almost like the definition of exhausting. But this is where we are, because it makes sense. Someone. The show's been on for 35 years. Yeah. Anyway, I think that's actually going to do it. I want to thank you for watching. Be safe. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section below. I'll see you in the next video.